Sometimes it's your own people, man. So my day to be in England was September 10th, 2010. And I'm going to take y'all to the beginning. So I'm in no way, shape, or form like an army fanatic. You know, them people that you always see just die hard, even though they're not in the army. They all the camouflage and all of that. No, I'm the type of person, being in something of structure. That's what I'm all about. The uniform fully lettered down. Yeah, that's me. So I always wanted to join the army. And my uncle, he was in the Jamaican the Jamaican army, and he came over one day and I told him about it, that I wanted to be I wanted to become a member of the is it JDF, the JDF. And he's like, yo, no, no, no. And he came back around 2 weeks and he brought me a paper. Granted, I didn't know that you could go into the Royal Navy and you're not in the country, you're not from the country. So he brought me back a paper with all the website, all the information. I'm like, cool, cool. I'm gonna give it a try. So I start the process. Start the process. Everything went smooth. So comes when it comes to family members now, 95% of my families, they're in England. And growing up, sometimes mom, dad, and her cousins and sisters, not all the time they get along, family feud. And we as Jamaicans, sometimes we don't like to tell people what we're doing at the moment. We kind of wait until it it comes to fruition, then we let them know, which is a blessing and a curse. So the first thing that I needed, starting the whole process to join the Royal Navy, I needed somewhere to stay in England. 95% of my people are in England. I didn't use any of them because at that time we weren't in the best of relationship, even though we could have asked, because sometimes families do come first. Despite whatever you have, they will look out for you. But at that time, I didn't use any of them. My mom's friend, her daughter was in the army, the England army. I don't know if they call it Royal Army or what, but she was in the infantry division, so boots on the ground. So I'm like, wow, why not use her? So it makes sense. It looks good on paper. She's in the army. I'm trying to join the Royal Navy. So yeah, it looks good. So boom, I spoke to my mom's friend. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna speak to we're gonna call her A. I'm gonna speak to A and get back to you. So boom, reached back out to me and be like, yes, you can use my address because you need an address in England to where you're gonna do all the training. They wanna schedule you for everything to the closest place you're living. All makes sense. So I started the process, and I started looking at the pay. I started looking at which what unit can I join. I don't know if it's a unit, but like you could join you could do different things within the Navy. And I think I at that time, for some reason, thinking back now, the one that I signed up for as an overseas recruit was a fucking submarine. If I know now what I know, if I know, how does it go? If I know what I know now, then I wouldn't have chose a submarine. Hell no, I don't want to be no submarine. But as an overseas recruit, certain things are limited. Just like here, if you're not a citizen, certain jobs you can't get, or certain roles within a position you can't get because you're not a citizen. And the pay, yo, when I tell you the pay was so good, looking at it, I'm like, I started fixating on what I'm gonna be able to accomplish, taking my immediate family now and not depending on my extended family in England, get them into that wealth. I'm like, yeah, everything is good. So now I don't remember if I was working at the time. So now here comes the encouragement. Encouragement makes the labor good. So I got a job, or I was working. I don't remember. This was 2010. And I got a job at a supermarket. And I'm like, all right, I'm good with money. So now I need money in my bank account. So when I do all of this, at least I have some money to show immigration that, yo, I'm not gonna solely depend on the person who I'm staying with while I do all the training and everything. I'm like, cool. I started working. Every money I made went right into my bank account. Every single thing went into my account. Granted, you can do things like these in Jamaica because we own our own where we own our own house, the land and everything. We don't the taxes and shit like what we do here. If you do the things here that you do in Jamaica, you'd never survive. So I could afford to do that there and then. And I started working. Everything went into my account. I got my packages from England, like this thick. I had to do tattoo tests and all of that, show where I have tattoos on my body, and I didn't have all these tattoos now. I didn't have all of them now. You can see. I didn't have all of them now. This My tattoos goes from here, all the way here. And it's a reason why I didn't have tattoos at that moment. And how I get these is another story. Could be another video. Comment in the comment section. If the video gets 200 like, I might talk about this story. I got stories for days, everything, yo. Because most things that happen that I do is from past experience. So these tattoos, reason why they're here, and if I don't tell you that I have tattoos, you won't know, is because I like the professional aspect of it, where certain jobs, I don't want a tattoo showing and all of that. And these tattoos was from then, so some of that mindset is like, I don't really have it that much. I might put other tattoos on now down here because the mindset have changed, things have changed. But enough of that, no more detouring. So I did all my tattoo tests, everything, pile, sending them off to the post office, and everything was nice. You feel like you're about to accomplish something. And bro, when I tell you, everything was going so smooth. Every paperwork that I needed to send to the Royal Navy, I got it. Whether at that moment, I got it, so they can have the information. Everything that I'm supposed to be doing on my part, I got it, and I send it to them. In bro, September, I think it was August. It was in a July to August, coming right down to the wire now. And I remember everything went in good. I got the final letter before I headed off to England. At that moment, in Jamaica, I never had any thought about traveling or anything. I didn't even know what flight itinerary was at the moment. I'm not in the aviation space, flying, nothing. I don't know anything when it comes to plane, buying tickets, nothing. That time, none of that. And the letter was, all right, you've been accepted. Boom. We need you to be in England at this time to start all the necessary process, and get so get the get a copy of her passport, the front page of her passport. Where most establishment ask you for, like internationally, or when it comes to immigration, with the just your first the front page of your passport. I need that. What else did I need? uh, I need my flight itinerary. So I needed to like schedule my flight and all of that. I would have to pay for that myself for some reason. And I went and I reached out to her. I reached out to her and I couldn't get her. So I reached out to the mom, and the mom let me know that her daughter, which is the girl I was gonna use, well, the person that I was gonna use to to stay with them to do all the necessary Royal Navy stuff. Her daughter was gonna go to England in September. Granted, my test date was September, but her daughter was scheduled to go to England the August before. And she said, no problem getting all those information to you, but and I was fucking I was a fucking idiot at that time. She said, but here's the thing, I'ma have my daughter come up, and when everything is finalized and she's in England, I'll send you the necessary paperwork. People, we're in 2025. The date is the 6th of January 2025. Since 2010 August, I haven't heard from this person. Mind you, it was just her passport, the front page of her passport, and for me to book my flight. Since 2010, I haven't heard from this person. So now I got a letter from the Royal Navy when I missed my date. And it says this is a one time. It's not they didn't necessarily say a one time thing, but I couldn't redo everything. Not everything, anything that I did leading up to that point. And I called them, and what they told me, what they told me, as an overseas recruit, you only get one chance of doing this. The only way for me to join the Royal Navy ever again, I would have to be in England, sign up from there, or join the infantry and then transfer over to the Navy. And that's how they fucked me. Up to today, I haven't heard from those people. They don't know how my life is. They don't know what happened afterwards. Nothing. I haven't heard from them. And sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, sometimes when I think about it, sometimes everything happens for a reason. You're where you're supposed to be majority of the times, or you're on the path to where you should be. And if I had joined the Royal Navy at that time in my life, I don't know where I would be mentally. Some of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I've gained over the years, I don't think I would have had it at all. And I mean, I wouldn't be in America right now, and that's another story. Yo, subscribe, hit that like button. That's another story. I got story for days, yo. So yeah, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be married with 2 kids, 100%. I know, who knows? Maybe I would be hoeing down fucking England. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's the story, man. They fucked me. After that, what I did, I went to school to study food and beverage. I took all the money out that I was saving in the bank, and I bought clothes, I bought shoes, Louis Vuitton bags, knockoffs. Yeah, I don't got Louis Vuitton money, but that's what I did. I went to study food and beverage, and I just fucking spend it all, man. Spend it all. And that food and beverage course that I did was a stepping stone for me to be where I'm at right now. But as I said, it's a story for another day. But I'm gonna leave you with this. I didn't get to America on our work program. No, let's get that out there. So yo, comment below, hit that subscription button if you want to hear more. And on that note, 3, 2, 1, deuces.